My friend moans at me for buying cheap Chinese test equipment, but I find this little thing, this little storage oscilloscope, very, very useful. It only cost a few pounds, and it's okay for audio work, and it stows away in a cupboard really nicely, and it's easy to use, quick to get out and use. But look at the size of it compared to my hand. But there's only one problem. He no worky. He broken. Right, he was working, but he went a bit dicky on the power connector, and now it doesn't work at all. Totally dead. Oh dear. Maybe my friend was right. Maybe I shouldn't buy cheap Chinese test equipment. Anyway, in true Big Clive style, let's take it apart. Let's first remove the power cable and throw that in the bin, and turn it over, and there are some screws. Oh look, nice little crosshead screws, and I have a nice little crosshead screwdriver. So let's take it apart and explore the wonders within. Okay, sorry about the focus. Focus, you devil. You don't want to see this bit anyway. Ooh, look, the screws are magnetic. That's highly useful, that. I like magnetic screws. Ah, they're all sticking together. Ah, magnetism. Last one. Right, where's the bin? Chuck those in the bin. And let's explore what's inside it. Oh, very carefully. The light's not very good, is it? It's like doing this down a coal mine. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, there's the cover. Take the cover off first. And then what have we got? Oh, another bit's fallen off. Ah, something unplugged there. So, oh, there we go. There's a beautiful little board. That seems to be that's the input. And there's AC/DC switch there, and that's a calibration probe output. The circuit board has got all manner of goodies on it. I don't know what they are. Can I get any closer? No. Well, there are some numbers on there. Anyway, that's the one bit, and this bit plugs into it. This bit's got more and more goodies on it. God knows what they are though. It's very clever, isn't it? I mean, all this for 15 quid and a display as well. Anyway, the thing's gone wonky, the power connector, and let's have a look at it. Sorry about the focus, this is not an autofocus camera. Oh look, the power connector is totally lifted off the track, and the track, which you probably can't see on this, there track there has broken, so when you move the power socket, that connection is just not making. But the power connection goes to that end of that diode, so I'm going to wire that to that and try and think of a way to glue that down so that it doesn't happen again. It's fixed on this side by 2 solder pads, but for some reason the thing has lifted off the board. That's highly peculiar. Let's hope this is the only problem with it. 1 moment please, as Big Clive will say. I've done a bit more dismantling, and look, that power socket has got 2 little lugs here which go through the printed circuit board, and I reckon if I melt those with a soldering iron, I might be able to squelch it down and hold it down onto the PCB. So that's the plan, Stan, and only when I've got that glued down properly will I actually mend the connection on here. So I'll just go and do that now. It'll probably take an hour or so, but it won't look very long on the video. Well, that was a lot easier said than done. These bits of plastic, they did not want to melt. They took a lot of melting. I put some glue on as well, so it's all stuck down nice and tight now. But this was a bit of a pig's ear. I managed to connect that to that eventually, but I wanted to test just to make sure that I'd got the right connection, and I thought, oh, rather than try and make that rather difficult connection, I'll connect it to the switch here underneath. I thought, that'll be easy. But no, it goes through the diode first and then to the switch, so you have to connect it to there. And anyway, in the process of that, my continuity tester broke, so it's just like one thing after another. You fix one thing, you break another. It's always the same, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to try and reassemble this now. I noticed that's that chip there. It's an STM32 microcontroller, and I also noticed down here there's a UART connection. So I wonder if this device is hackable. Interesting. As it says in all the manuals, because they're too lazy to write stuff, reassembly is the reversal of the above process. So here we go. Yeah, well, maybe we stick that in there. Yes. And we'll stick the knob on to hold it in place. And then what do we do then? Oh yes, we take the jobby, we push that through there, and then we have to line up that. There's a plug and socket in there. Can you see? No, not very easily. In there, there's a plug and socket, and that has to line up. It seems to line up fairly well. And then it all has to be wiggled into place. And there's an extra piece missing here. The piece that goes on the end, I've got to put that on. I didn't really throw all the bits in the bin. I put them in a jar so they wouldn't fly away. So let's see if that will fit. Oh dear, terrible camera work today. You don't really need to see all this, do you? Except that it's, I suppose it shows you just how awkward it is to put these things together. You have to have admiration for the Chinese people who do this all day long. Anyway, look, I'm gonna put it together and then end the video. Well, I managed to get it all back together, and amazingly there were no parts left over. There's usually something left over. So let's see if it works. I'll get the power supply and connect it up. Oh, look, amazing! It works. Well, I'll be blowed. And yes, it's all alive. No, there's no intermittencies. Come on, give it a bang. No, it's fine. So, although I melted a few things and broke a few things in the process, this job's done. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're there. Bye!